I've been to that point so many times. Mark, I'm not a quitter.
You probably have a pretty good gut instinct on when to quit, though. I mean, because you've had, I mean, mechanical issues are a daily thing, well, weekly anyway. Cars quitting and leaving you stranded, and
I used to have enough cars that here's one of my theories. You park it out in the grove, wherever, behind the barn. Eventually, you forget the problems you had with it, and then you go out there and it starts right up, and you can drive it a while before it reminds you. Sometimes they heal themselves.
I don't know, Red. I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's probably not a very good one, but I've used it for a couple decades.
Yeah.
The time between letdowns is entirely up to you.
On the Elantra, have you ever lost a wheel on that one?
No. I'd stop and tighten the lug nuts in time.
I don't know what it is with you and your lug nuts.
Well, if you have aluminum rims, after you have any tires changed or any of that flat tires taken off, put back on, you need to stop and torque your rims at least after 25 miles, and anytime you feel any wobble or grinding, it's a good time to stop and torque your lug nuts.
Yeah, but you've told me this several times and you preach it, but you've lost more wheels than anybody I know.
You have to realize I drive more than most people. What was that when 100,000 miles on a coyote line?
Yeah.
Mine is probably 1,000,000 miles, because I'm doing between beekeeping and commercial turtle trapping and commercial fur trapping and nuisance trapping. I was putting in 200-300 miles almost every day of the year.
Well, I mean, still, I mean, you know, you've had a lot of loose wheels, tires flying through intersections, and it's just ironic to me that you seem to be on a campaign of torquing your lug nuts when you have so many wild stories about wheels coming off. That's all I'm saying.
I guess you just haven't lived life as much as me.
Yeah, well, that could be, but I
remember. Maybe I'm rubbing off on you after that South Dakota trip.
Yeah, that's the only time I've had a problem, and well, you were along, and that had nothing to do with tightening my lug nuts.
It's like you have that one friend who everybody thinks is a problem, and then all of a sudden you realize it's you.
Yeah. I think I've always recognized when it's me, but I could be wrong.
Hey, a kook never knows when he's a kook.
That's true. I think that's true.
Most people really believe what they believe, and they might try to sway you one way or the other, but you really believe in science, and I believe in the power of the universe and the body to heal itself. And we've both had issues, and I'm not sure I convince you to try anything. But I believe what I believe, and you're going to believe what you believe, and I'm fine with that. I'm not going to try to switch you because it's not going to work.
I don't think I've ever made fun of you.
No, you've complimented me for being open-minded.
Yeah, there was once I burst out laughing, but I don't...
Yeah.
It was understandable.
Oh, yeah.
And then I kind of felt bad. But it had something to do with one of your stories, though.
Oh.
I don't... Do you remember?
No.
I must not have insulted you too badly then.
I have thick skin.